Our work is not finished, 1862. Our work is not finished, Frederick Douglass. We stand today in the presence of a glorious prospect. This Sunday is, in all likelihood, the last, which will witness the existence of legal slavery in all the rebel slaveholding states of America. It is difficult for us, who have toiled so long and hard, to believe that this stupendous event is even now at the door. This is a time of joy and thanksgiving. So this Sunday, in all likelihood, the last day of legal slavery, this right before the Emancipation Proclamation. Nevertheless, this is no time for the friends of freedom to fold their hands and consider their work at an end. The price of liberty is eternal vigilance. The price of liberty is eternal vigilance. Even after slavery has been legally abolished, there will still remain an urgent necessity for the benevolent activity of the men and women who have from the first opposed slavery from high moral conviction. Slavery has existed in this country too long and has stamped its character too deeply and indelibly to be blotted out in a day, a year, or even in a generation. The slave will yet remain in some sense a slave long after the chains are taken from his limbs. And the master will retain much of the pride, arrogance, conscious superiority, and love of power acquired by his former relation of master. Time, necessity, education will be required to bring all classes into harmonious and natural relations. The South will not be the only part of the country demanding vigilance and exertion on the part of the true friends of the colored people. Our chief difficulty will be with pro-slavery dough faces at the North. Pro-slavery dough faces. A dog will continue to scratch his neck even after the collar has been removed. The sailor, for a night or two after reaching land, feels his bed swimming from side to side as if tossed by the sea. Daniel Webster received a large vote in Massachusetts after he was dead. Daniel Webster received a large vote in Massachusetts after he was dead, and it will not be strange if many northern men continue to go through the forms of their ancient servility long after their old master, the southern slave-holding power, is gone. Law and the sword can and will in the end abolish slavery, but law and the sword cannot abolish the malignant slave-holding sentiment which has kept the slave system alive in this country during 2 centuries. Pride of race, prejudice against color will raise their hateful clamor for oppression of the Negro as heretofore. The slave, having ceased to be the abject slave of a single master, his enemies will endeavor to make him the slave of society at large. Hence, we say that the friends of freedom, the men and women of the land who regard slavery as a crime and the slave as a man, will still be needed even after slavery is abolished. And that, my friends, is the word of the Lord. Praise be to God. Amen. Amen.